Hey guys, so I wanted to update you since I posted the video telling you guys that I am actually in the process of getting a divorce. There have been a couple of updates. So I can't remember if I told you guys or not in my previous video where I let you guys know that I was going to be getting divorced, or I'm in the process of it. I don't remember if I told you guys that I was able to file a default because my ex has not responded. He didn't file an answer with the court to my divorce complaint, I guess is what they call it legally. So I was able to do that on February 17th. And this morning I went in to the court because I was very confused on like the whole process. So in the papers, I'm representing myself. I don't have a divorce attorney or anything like that in this case. So since I'm representing myself, I have had to use Michigan's legal help website in order to draw up all the paperwork. It lays out like a timeline. It tells you what you have to do and when. And like, basically it's a pretty good guide for a DIY divorce in the state of Michigan if you're not using an attorney. So I've been using that, and basically I was very confused because from my understanding, like in the little steps, I wish I had the paper to show you guys. In the little steps that it lays out for you, it said that I had to wait for 60 days once I filed the default. And so I was under the understanding that I still had to wait 60 days from February 17th. But I consulted an attorney. If you guys don't know, there's a website where you can ask legal questions. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's avvo.com. And so I went and I asked, it's free, by the way. I went on there and I asked, am I allowed to file or get the final court date for my divorce? Since I filed it actually December 9th, he didn't get served until January 15th because there was a whole issue with the post office. I don't want to go into that because it's still very irritating. I had to pay over $50 just to send him divorce papers. So basically, anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But, I asked the lawyers on this website, I said, is it 60 days from the date that I filed, which would be December 19th? Is it 60 days from the date that he was served, which would be January 15th? Or is it 60 days from the date that the default judgment was entered, or the default was entered? Because I haven't even spoken to the judge at this point. I didn't have a judge assigned to the case until this morning. So yeah. Anyways, the attorneys told me that it's actually 60 days from the date that you filed. So that means that February 7th, I actually was done with the whole waiting period for the divorce. So this morning I decided to go into the courthouse and try to get my final hearing court date. And I was able to do that. So March 16th is actually my final hearing date for the divorce. So hopefully, if everything works out in my favor, which I don't see any issues with it, that would be the date that my divorce is granted. I don't really want to go into details right now, simply because obviously it is a pending court case. It is a legal matter, and there are other people involved other than just me. So I do want to respect the privacy, but I did want to give you guys that update. And let me just tell you, it has been a crazy ride, even trying to get to just this point where I'm able to schedule the final hearing and all that stuff. Because like I said, doing it yourself is very difficult. If you have children, I definitely would recommend that you go through a divorce attorney. Don't try to do it by yourself because it gets even more complicated when children are involved. And honestly, at this point, I'm kind of glad that there's no children involved um, in this whole situation, only because, the waiting period, if there's children involved, is 6 months instead of 60 days. And yeah, it just like, it makes the whole process even more drawn out, and it's a whole big mess. But I just wanted to let you guys know, that this is going on. It will be happening, sooner rather than later. And I just wanted you guys to know that, I'm doing okay. It's been really emotional for me to have to think about um, this divorce. And I never thought that I would be sitting here having to go through this for a second time, because if you didn't know, I had been married previously, and, it didn't work out then either, obviously. Um, so, I never thought that I would be here going through another divorce yet again. And I really hope you guys are not judgmental with all this, because it's been really rough for me. Not gonna lie, it has been very, very rough for me trying to, figure all this stuff out. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I will talk to you guys next time.